hang on, I'm going to hang up, Chris. Oh, it's on. Sorry about that, guys. You know, I just luckily I have 2 phones as an Uber driver. 2-phone trip, guys. Actually, I did a 3-phone trip, but I don't know actually. I have my left it in the car. So I don't need to eat them. You don't want to
la oficina donde ayuda a que tengas en cuenta. Entonces, oye, ¿por qué no me están dando? Porque ya 3 personas. Lo quieres tomar así, pero también cálmate, maneja para que regrese. Y cuando regrese ya te vuelves a poner.
Is that a Sony camera? What one is that?
65.
Oh, right. I have one too. I just didn't bring it because I'm live right now. Say hi to the subscribers. You're live on YouTube right now. Yeah. Are you on YouTube? Are you on YouTube?
Not so much. More Instagram.
Oh, that's a new thing, isn't it? Well, YouTube's still good. Instagram. I remember Girl Paula, so if you want to Girl Paula, you'll see this. And if it's it's Adventure Girl Paula, but I just changed my name because I do everything.
Like and subscribe.
I thought you were like, if I just draw it
I think you just
on my other phone. It's that slippy S9. It's just like a piece of, this is an S9. It's just like so thin, you know. I usually have a case on it, but on the gimbal, you know.
no way.
The way. So yeah, subscribe. This is really cool. So are you an Uber driver too?
No.
What are you doing?
Zoom.
Zoom? You reserve your do Zoom? No. Who you work for? Like
We're actually with the organization.
Oh, you are the company. Can I saw not the company, but the protest people on Facebook. I saw it. I saw the nice slogan. I'm really like, so on my. Oh, that's what you are. I should join then. I remember Girl Paula on YouTube because I was like in front of you, wasn't I? I was up front too with you guys, so I got right in there. That's what you got to do, huh? Uber Girl Paula on YouTube. So you'll Uber Girl Paula. Yeah, I'm on YouTube right now live. Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. See that? Yes, get everybody to it. Well, it's Adventure Girl Paula, but you could still look under Uber Girl Paula. It's you know how the algorithm still picks you up, you know, because they've got Uber Girl Paula and like tagging and everything.
Oh, so I don't know too much about it.
YouTube. I know it's so funny like you guys do Instagram. Well, I have a couple of channels too, but I also like going to Harry Campbell, you know, the Rideshare guy. I've done some videos for him for HopSkipDrive. So do HopSkipDrive, so which is another rideshare platform for minors.
You're telling the story.
Yes, I know, because you know what else I do is Stringer. I do the Stringer app, you know, because I came to do a video shoot for Stringer tonight. You know, because I get like maybe 40 bucks. You should try Stringer. You should get. Do you guys have a? Well, after this, I should give you my code because you get $10 for the next 6. Did you know whenever you make a sale, you get $10 or something extra, and I do as well. Lots of it. I know. Oh well, on Uber Girl Paula, my subscribers. I've got so many things. I do cryptocurrencies. I do horse training horses as well. So I'm a very busy girl. How many guys?
Right now, Jaime, let's go.
What, Uber Girl Paula? I know, just see it yourself. Everybody's been so nice here tonight, haven't they? Such a good vibe. Do you want to read my stream?
Oh, boom.
Yes, I know, subscribe. Look, he said subscribe. Cool.
Did you subscribe yet, Jaime?
Look at that, hit the subscribe button. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Yes, and I'll get you on Instagram too. Oh, hit me up on Instagram and follow me there, guys. What's your name? So leave a comment. YouTube, I know. Isn't that funny? I know you're sitting watching yourself live now to the world. I like live streaming better, actually.
Adventure Girl, Paula?
Adventure Girl, yeah, because you know, I took the Uber out because, well, check out my videos. My editor, Transporter Tech, did all that nice video, you know, the funny moments, because I'm so silly sometimes, and I say, that's live one right now, the Uber protest in El Monte.
Literally right now.
I know, you can, there you go.
Oh, this is there.
Yeah, Adventure Girl. There's you right now. It's so weird. Yes, I know, there you go. Shout out your Instagram channel. I know, look at you. That's so cool. What's your name? That's so funny. There you go. Do you subscribe to my channel? So I got more subscribers now. At the top, yeah. There, look at that. There he is subscribing. Oh, and turn your notification bell on too. Look at that rig. It's got a really cool Rode mic there. I have to get a new for my hot shoe mic, for my camera. It's just that I can't live stream on that. Yeah, and Dave the Uber Slave as well. We're trying to get Dave the Uber Slave to 10,000 subscribers, guys. Yeah.
Are you watching the live stream?
He's watching the live stream instead. He's right here. He's like, what's your guys' name on Instagram? Show your Instagram out.
I mean, what's your Instagram?
What's your Instagram? Because he's too busy doing that. Show your Instagram out, quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we don't know when they're going to come out, because they're in closed session right now, if anybody has already filled out a blue comment card and wants to come up and speak, I will be accepting those throughout the time. So if you just raise one up, I'll come by and grab one. I'm sure, from what I understand, you have a couple designated speakers. So if you're one of them, I'll be happy to take one of these, so that way I can give it to our city clerk, and then they'll call your name at the appropriate time so you can make your public comment. Yes, sir. Sure. However, if your message is redundant, it just ends up kind of being redundant. I'm not discouraging that in any way, but if you have a unified message, that seems always speak more loudly when we have a large crowd like this. So, but it's up to you. These are found right around the corner on the outside if you want one. But if you've already chosen designated speakers through some of your facilitators that are here on hand, I'll be happy to take these as soon as you're ready. So if you have one, I will take it from you.
Go up and call stuff out. Right, so what's your Instagram account's name? Shout your channel out or whatever. Go and do a shout out. These guys are awesome.
I mean, you go
So
first.
nice.
You
God, they're being shy now. Look at them. Come on.
Instagram name.
There's your Instagram. What's your Instagram? James.
Jamie.mov or Jaime.
And there you go. That's Jamie. You're Jamie? Hi, Jamie. You're so sweet. And what's your name?
John with glasses.
John with glasses. I know. I thought it was Dylan. he looked like Dylan from a distance.
I get that a lot.
You look like I know it's the glasses.
Glasses say Dylan.
Oh, Dylan. Dylans are always troublemakers, so. Wait, your name's not Dylan, though. You just said it and I'm forgoing it.
What's Adventure Girl Paula's
Adventure.
Instagram?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. It's Uber Girl on Instagram. So I mean, I think I'll maybe just go back to Uber Girl because it goes UGP. You know, everybody just abbreviates it to UGP.
So Adventure?
Yeah, Adventure Girl. Oh no, Uber Girl on Instagram.
Is that you?
Yeah, I'm here. I just Uber Girl. Oh yeah. And on Facebook too. Oh, are they coming out now? This is so exciting. Yes, there you go. That's me. And there's all my stuff there.
Scottish. I never would have guessed. Never would have guessed.
I'm from Scotland originally. Here we go. Are they coming out?
Coming out.
Leave do you know my information is on my channel and stuff? Do you do a lot of video shoots then? Yeah. So many streamers and that. You do live streams? Do you not get into live stream? I love
I've
live
watched
stream.
a couple of videos. Done.
A live stream. Prefer it now because it's just in the moment. It's like real. It's happening right now. It's exciting. Anything can happen when it's live. Should I just press a button and turn it off? Probably. Stay monitoring my stream. Guys, thank you for joining me tonight. We're just waiting on deciding. And of course, I can't do my stream. I'll get my friend to treat my stream. Can you read the people's comments? Because I can't see. I'm too old. Can I borrow your glasses, actually? And then I can see. What's that?
They fly by so fast.
I know. Could you hold on to this? I know it's hot. Can you hold on right there? You can manage mine. I just need to make a text right now. Sorry. You can point at you and
No,
you can talk to my stream. You could do a live stream now. I'm teaching you how to
I'm
do live
gonna
stream.
take this.
Yeah, take a live stream. Yeah, you can take it. Now you're doing a live stream.
Oh,
Right,
it's
so
flipped.
this is
To reverse it?
Streamlabs, so when you want to turn it around, like up here, you can see this.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll turn the camera around and face that way. See? And then you can tell me what people are saying because I can't see because I'm blind. And I got my glasses. Can you do the chat there for me, please?
Yeah, it says you're back. It says sound is good. What is happening? Hey you. Hi. Any other YouTubers in the house?
This is Jamie, guys, on YouTube, on Instagram. He's here helping me. Oh yeah, can you hold my gimbal? We're coming. Trying to see if the professor's on. Do you see did the Rideshare professor come on?
I don't see anybody like that.
Rideshare professor. I don't think it's really great. Oh gosh, I'll turn the stream around now. This is interesting. Here, coming out, guys. I just hope my phone doesn't die. That's funny because she thought it was Dylan too. Thanks, Vu. You're so sweet, Vu.
Oh, okay, cool. Maybe the orange, because they say that's better battery from the camera, but it's really good. Yeah. Did you say you got one, or you're rocking the 6.2?
I mean, 8.
Good plus. So my camera would be the same as yours, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, the point.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think the R is a single.
Oh, you're
And there's Walter.
Dude, you look really into it. You were like...
I mean, there was actually some interesting.
About what?
So hot in here.
Left out.
Right here. Maybe this is some coming out.
That's new.
Just nuts. Just the nuts.
Cold iced tea looks
Thank you, Alma.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's
Good
nice.
evening, everyone. We're going to be meeting in just a moment. We convened in closed session. We actually opened the meeting at approximately 6 p.m. this evening and then went right into closed session. So we're going to very briefly start the regular meeting. We do have to do first public comments, and then if there's no objection from the council, we're going to move item 8 point, I'm sorry.
No
8.9
reps from
A1.
Nobody
from the
from
special
Uber is here.
So we're waiting for our colleagues to take their seats, so we have quorum. This evening, I'll be leading the invocation, so pray for me. Thank you. And our flag salute will be, oh, do you want to? Oh, I'll pray for you. And then the flag salute will be led tonight by our Chief of Police, David Reynoso. So if you'll just give me about a couple more minutes, we're waiting for our colleagues to join. Oh yeah, and the one thing, please, if you can, just don't put up any signs. Generally speaking, you know, we try to be consistent with every group that comes in, whenever they come in, but we appreciate that you're all here. And nice shirt.
Pray for us too, Mayor,
I will.
so
Thank
that
you.
this passes.
I will. Yes.
Amen.
Yeah, amen.
Praise the Lord.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Oh.
I'm just waiting on one more
You
member.
can feel the tension in the room. It's so weird. So bizarre.
Mr. Lim, you want to speak on just public comments, right? Not a, yeah, you just want to speak during public comment, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just hold on one moment. I'll call you in just a moment. There's a number of items for the record that we still need to consider in closed session and have not had a chance to consider them yet in closed session. And we're going to take those after open session. And then we'll do the report out later on. All right, now that we're all seated, I want to ask our, actually, I'm going to do the invocation right now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and for the record, we were joined by Councilmember Ancona for the first item in closed session, 4.1. So she got a chance to participate in all the closed session that we did discuss. All right, so if you could please stand, join me in a invocation.
This is far.
Heavenly Father, we ask you today to please watch over us, help us to make good decisions on behalf of our community. We thank you for the many blessings that you've bestowed on us. We ask you to protect and to guard those new angels that are in heaven now, recently leaving this earth in such a horrific way. Please help us to be good stewards of our community. And thank you very much also for bringing to our meeting a number of people who feel very passionate about workers' rights. And please guide them as they share their concerns with the City Council. And thank you again for all the wonderful blessings you give on this wonderful city of ours. We ask for your guidance and your support. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Chief.
Please join me as we pay tribute to our flag. Ready, begin.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. You may all be seated. So for public comments, we have one comment card. This is on the open session agenda. David Lim. We have another number of other cards, but they're for a specific agenda item.
I'm Mr. Andrew. Yeah, good evening. Yes, hi. I'm David Lane. I live in Monte. It's 3 years ago. Yeah, I bought a house. It's an Amazon Road. Okay. There is a problem. It's a zoning. City council changing for the zoning 3 to 2, 1985. But the county and state and federal is that they don't get your city report. Okay, so there is still zone 3, but you council change it zone 2 until now. So when I brought it, it's like a zone 3 is real estate people. They playing with me. Okay, so they keep telling me zone 3. Now city is a zone 2. So my home value is going down. That is economic and community and economic development director, Mrs. Betty Donavnik. She's taking care of me, but she can't do anything about it. And also county, here is the Almonte Associate Department. They can't do anything about it. So the city is whatever he change, he can change it. You can change it, but before and after, you are not reported to county, state, and federal. That's I'm telling you, this is true or not. This is he changed zone 3 to zone 2. You know, originally my property is a zone 3. But Mrs. Betty said this is city council already changed in 1985, but they are not reported to the county, state, and federal. So what about between city council and county associate department, and then real estate and me? Which one is the right? R3 or R2? That's a zoning problem, he said. Mrs. Betty, she can't decide it. Also county, Mr. Paul Evala, supervisor, he's not, can't do anything about it. So your city council, you change it that zoning 3 to 2. So how is that responsible to me? That's it. I just requesting to you, Mr. Andre. My home value is going down. I don't want that. I want to back my R3 zone. That's my right to asking you, Mr. Andre.
When did you buy the property?
It's in 2016, September 16.
So for the record, you bought it
Yes.
30 years after this change took place.
Yeah, this is the city council, Almonte City Council changed it. Okay.
So what we'll do, we'll talk to our legal counsel and our economic development department and ask them to report back to us and then correspond with you, okay?
Yeah, Mrs. Betty know about it, everything.
Mhm.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Mr. Lim. Take care. Thank you.
I'll wait for you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, anyone else wishing to address just the public comments? Now, this is not on a specific item. Okay, good. So we're gonna move on to, so normally we go on to our city treasurer's report. We don't have a city treasurer's report. We're gonna go through the consent calendar, and if there's no objection, we're gonna move that item up. Demand resolution number D602. It's a resolution of the City Council of the City of El Monte, California, allowing certain claims and demands and specifying the funds out of which the same are to be paid. City Council of the City of El Monte, California does resolve as follows, the following. That the attached list of claims, demands, and payroll totaling $7,657,828.42 have been examined by the city treasurer, and that warrant numbers 1084162 through 1084484 and the payroll period ending from June 16, 2019 through July 15, 2019 inclusive are hereby allowed in the amounts in order to pay out of the respective funds as set forth. Move to amend resolution number D602. Is there a second?
Second.
Members, please vote. Motion carries unanimously of those members present. Move to approve the consent calendar. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, members, please vote on the consent calendar. Motion carries unanimously of those members present. Item 14.1, I think there's a few people from SEIU here. Consideration approval of collective bargaining memorandum of understanding by and between the City of El Monte and the City of El Monte General Unit and the City of El Monte General Management Unit, both represented by SEIU Local 721, for the period covering July 1st, 2019 through December 31st, 2022. Move to approve item 14.1. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, members, please vote. Motion carries unanimously of those members present. I want to thank our management team, our city manager, Alex Hamilton, and our assistant city manager, Alma Martinez, and Kristen, and all of the HR team too. Thank you very much for all the work that you did in making this happen. And for those of you that know some people at SEIU 721, make sure that you pass that along. We very much appreciate the employees of our city. We asked them for help, and they stepped up to the plate in a big way. So let's give them a big round of applause. I know that's something I wanted to encourage, but you know, this one was a big one. It really is a big one, and we're really grateful to SEIU 721 for their partnership with us. All right, so at this time, 18.A1 is because the item 16.1 was continued to the meeting of September 3rd, 2019. So item 18A1 and also in the special meeting agenda, yeah, we're there already. Item 9A1, discussion regarding working conditions for transportation network companies, and we do have some speakers on this particular item. So let's start with, if we could, Mike Robinson.
Come on, Mike. Don't be shy.
Hello, council members. My name is Mike Robinson. I've been driving for Lyft for about 4 years. Thank you for allowing us to share our stories with you today. Outside of these chambers, you've been hearing from other drivers about the way unfair gig companies affect their lives and the lives of their families. These stories reflect the reality of tens of thousands of drivers in California who are existing in or on the edge of poverty. As elected stewards of El Monte, I want to ask you to consider how Uber and Lyft bad behavior affects everyone, not just drivers and their families. These companies generate enormous amounts of revenue. We're talking billions and empty hundreds of thousands of dollars of drivers. Who bears the cost of generating these billions? The public. All the infrastructures that Uber and Lyft use to make those billions is paid by us. We pay for infrastructure costs of maintaining roads that our cars drive on. We paid for it in public services like Medi-Cal that many drivers rely on because Uber and Lyft fail to pay medical insurance for their workers. We pay for it in our bodies and emissions from vehicles that affect the air we breathe. Meanwhile, these companies avoid payroll taxes by misclassifying us as independent contractors. They're not just robbing drivers of paying us pennies on the dollar, they're robbing us communities by deliberately avoiding paying their fair share. Raising wages for drivers will go a long way to keeping some of that money here, instead of sending it to the already rich Silicon Valley. Please help us hold Uber and Lyft accountable. Thank you.
Thank you. Linda Valdivia.
Come on, Olivia.
Good evening, Honorable Council. My name is Linda Valdivia, and I am a Mobile Workers Alliance member. I've been driving for Uber for the past 3 years. Tonight, you have the opportunity to turn the page, not just in El Monte, but across California and in our whole country. For years, we, the drivers, have spoken out against Uber and Lyft's exploitation. Despite Uber and Lyft paying us poverty wages, the companies keep getting more and more money with their investments, and they keep getting richer. Some city mayors have even participated in the initial public offering ceremonies, but not here. I am proud to know that El Monte is listening to our concerns. We are not asking for the moon. All we are asking for is a wage that we can live on. We are asking for a wage that we can cover our expenses with. Right now, Uber and Lyft take home all the profit when we bring all the capital. Imagine if your firefighters were required to lease their own fire trucks and fill them up with their own water and pay for the gas. And on top of that, they never get a day off. This is the reality that we face as rideshare drivers. We need champions. We need public officials like you willing to say, yeah, basta, enough is enough.
That's right.
Yeah.
By taking a stand, you can make a difference. You can end the economic abuse. Your actions can inspire other leaders to also do the right thing. I hope you take this opportunity and inspire other cities to follow El Monte. Thank you very much.
Leonardo Diaz. And Mr. Diaz is going to be speaking in Spanish, so I'll be translating. And it may be a little longer than 3 minutes, and that's okay.
I'm going to speak in English.
Oh, you are?
Well, with all my respect, good evening, City Council, Mayor Andrea Quintero, and partners. Good evening to all honorable present. My name is Leonardo Diaz. I am proud to be a member of Mobile Workers Alliance. I have been driving for Uber and Lyft for 4 years and a half. And I want to say, when we don't have too much money, we are submissive and humble. But this is the case of Uber and Lyft. They started with their businesses giving good promotions to motivate us. Today, they are humiliating our partners, deactivating some accounts for little reasons or no reasons at all. During this time, I have seen these companies getting worse by paying us less and less. But you know better than I do know what keeps giving up. The cost of living and the expenses that keep me on the road. It has gotten so bad. Most of the time, we make less than a minimum wage before driving expenses. Even after driving more than 40 hours a week, we struggle to make ends meet. But you know who doesn't struggle? Uber and Lyft. They are worth billions of dollars and keep getting richer every single day. Because why? You and all the partners are on the road. Me and all my partners on the road. It's unfair and unsustainable for us drivers to keep working this way. I feel I can never get to see my family because I'm always working. So I thank you for listening to our stories. I encourage you to establish a way to $30 for an hour living wage here in El Monte. El Monte is going to be the main center to start, and then over California states and so. A $30 an hour living wage will do so much for this community. This is a working class community. Many workers are already working multiple jobs. Many are driving 20 or more miles to go to get those jobs. establishing a $30 an hour wage for rideshare workers will allow them to stay closer to home. That means staying closer to our families. This wage will give us true flexibility, not the fake flexibility that Uber and Lyft say they offer. We should not have to choose between driving more hours to survive or spending quality time with our families. Again, thank you for listening to us. If you guys are not members yet for Mobile Workers Alliance, please register to be proud or share the information and more people going to register to fight together our rights. I encourage you to consider what we are asking for. You are the power that we can change the lives of all of us. Thank you very much for supporting us and paying attention. Thank you.
Amen, well said.
Yadira Orozco.
Vamos, Yadira.
Yadira.
So now, for Yadira, we do have an interpreter, so if it goes beyond 3, that's okay. Go ahead. But both of you need to, or actually the interpreter on the interpreter.
Buenas noches, miembros del Concilio de esta ciudad. Mi nombre es Yadira Orozco, soy chofer para Uber y Lyft. También soy residente de esta ciudad, tengo 26 años viviendo en el monte con mis 3 hijos.
Good evening, members of the City Council. My name is Yadira Orozco. I am a driver for Uber and Lyft. I am also an El Monte resident. I have been living in the city for 26 years with my 3 children.
He manejado para Uber y Lyft por casi un año y he visto cómo las compañías nos recortan lo que ganamos. Cada día nos quieren pagar menos. Yo manejo de lunes a sábado y manejo de 12 a 16 horas al día.
I've been driving for Uber and Lyft for about a year, and I have seen how the companies keep cutting our pay. Every day they want to pay us less. I drive from Monday through Saturday, on average 12 to 16 hours a day.
Si yo falto un día porque no me siento bien, pierdo dinero. Son muchas las horas de trabajo y muy poco lo que queda. ¿Por qué? Porque Uber y Lyft cada vez nos pagan menos y nosotros los choferes somos los que pagamos todos los gastos de la manejada.
If I miss a day because I don't feel well, I don't earn an income. I work a lot of hours and I have very little to show for it. Why? Because Uber and Lyft continuously slash our pay, and we drivers are shouldering the cost.
Pagamos la gasolina, llantas y el mantenimiento de los carros. No es justo y esto nos afecta a todos en esta comunidad. Hay que ser claro, la mayoría de los choferes para Uber y Lyft son latinos.
We pay for the gas, the tires, and the vehicle maintenance. It's an injustice, and it affects everyone in this community. Let's be clear, the majority of Uber and Lyft drivers are Latino.
Y en esta ciudad, la mayoría de la población es latina. Lo que nos paga el grupo también afecta a esta comunidad. Si ustedes suben los sueldos a 30 en esta ciudad, ayudarían a miles de familias como la mía.
And in this city, the largest demographic is also Latino. What happens to us also impacts this community. If you raise the wage to $30 an hour in the city, you will be helping thousands of families like my own.
Tomen esto como una oportunidad para ayudarnos a todos los choferes y a nosotros los inmigrantes que formamos una gran parte de esta comunidad en el monte. Les pido que no echen a perder esta oportunidad de subir los sueldos a 30 por hora. Esto sería un gran paso a nuestro trato justo.
Please take this challenge as an opportunity to help workers and us immigrants that form a big part of El Monte community. Please don't let this opportunity of raising the wage to $30 an hour go to waste. It would go a long way to bring a just and fair treatment for us as workers. Thank you.
Gracias, señor. Reinaldo Blandón.
Let's go, Reynaldo.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I'm here to express my concern And thank you guys for taking us and helping us and support us. But one thing that they are forgetting, Uber and Lyft, is all of us here, we've been saving thousands of lives for so many years.
Yep.
I'm referring for drunk people,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
people that are,
Amen.
I've been
Yes.
having cases, you know, ladies getting drunk in the
I know,
salon,
it's very true.
knowing where to go, but we are here to save their lives. They pretend, you know, they keep wasting money, acting like NASA, you know, doing cars riding by himself. That's not gonna happen, because they're not gonna save lives. All of us here, we've been driving during the nights, and we've seen, you know, the city workers putting cones on the freeways, closing the street, and meanwhile, we follow GPS, it's telling us to go and go and go, and that might cause, you know, an accident. By us as a human being, we can catch it. A robot, a car driving by himself, it's gonna kill people, and plus it's gonna kill the city workers,
Very true.
right?
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
you know, they're wasting, you know, money because they have a plan for 2020 using drones.
Yes.
They have money, you know, but they keep wasting their time doing drones. You know, having plans for driving cars by himself is not gonna help. So I just letting you know that we're angels on the road, 24/7.
Yeah,
And thank you guys for,
absolutely.
you know, listening to us.
Yes, yes, well said. Woo-hoo. Absolutely, well said. Saving
Thank you,
lives.
guys.
Wendy!
Woohoo, yes.
For all of us!
Good evening, my name is Wendy Knight, and I'm a research and policy analyst at SEIU Local 721. Drivers are here tonight to demand a $30 an hour living wage, or $15 in take-home wages and $15 to cover the cost of doing rideshare business, which makes perfect sense in a city with the largest bus terminal west of Chicago, where a large number of first and last mile rides originate. The city should capture some of the revenue from those rides by ensuring that drivers here make a living wage, allowing them to spend here and contribute to the local economy. Absent city-specific data from Uber and Lyft, a 2018 study by the Economic Policy Institute found that after factoring in operating expenses and nominal employer-paid benefits, the average Uber driver earns $9.21 per hour. Our own survey of more than 200 drivers found that 75% of them in the LA area make less than $15 before expenses.
No lie there.
In order to ensure that drivers are compensated appropriately, a $30 standard would allow them to cover a portion of the hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars that they pay out of pocket for costs borne by simply operating their vehicles.
True.
Experts in New York City determined that the average driver incurred $20,295 per year in operating expenses alone. The average driver works for at least 30 hours per week, so that amounts to an accrual rate of $13 just for expenses, without accounting for benefits typically provided by an employer, such as unemployment insurance, workers' comp, and health insurance. A living wage ordinance that captures a $15 base hourly wage and a $15 allowance for operating expenses and other benefits will also serve to relieve the public safety net. Our survey revealed 52% of drivers rely on public assistance programs like Medi-Cal, CalFresh, MyHealthLA, or a housing assistance program. Implementing a $30 per hour living wage ordinance for TNC drivers would go a long way toward lifting families out of poverty and helping to set standards across the country. Establishing this wage is fully within your purview as a city council. You have the authority, you have proof of concept and subject matter experts to consult, and as you can see by the driver turnout here tonight, you have the demand to make a $30 an hour standard for TNC drivers a reality in El Monte. I urge you to make that happen. Thank you.
So before I make a motion, I did want to say a few things. First of all, you know, the gig economy, this network sharing driving service, it's a relatively new phenomenon for our economy, right?
That's right.
Back in the day when the Industrial Revolution, I'm going way back now, Industrial Revolution happened, there's a lot of things that happened with workers and with child labor and a bunch of other things that were happening at the time. And it took folks like yourselves to speak up and to speak to elected bodies and to, you know, it starts off with one conversation here and another conversation here. And frankly, unions were a big part of helping to shape a lot of that. The 8-hour workday, child labor laws, you name it, number of different laws that we have in place that protect workers now. So I want to particularly thank SEIU 721 and also the Mobile Workers Alliance for bringing this to our attention. And as many of you know, we have the largest bus terminal this side of Chicago. It is the last mile and the first mile for many of our folks. And frankly, one thing that we're seeing too is that El Monte slowly but surely will become a place where we're going to have a lot more tourists. We have authorization right near the bus terminal for 3 Marriott hotels. That means people that are going to be coming from the airport and from other places as well, and will be needing transportation. A lot of times they're going to be using your transportation, frankly.
That's right.
So before we get to that point, this is a good opportunity to maybe do something about it, instigate the conversation. I've sitting on this dais now almost for 10 years. I've helped to kind of instigate a few conversations. And some have been, really fruitful, some maybe not so much for us, but they ended up carrying that conversation to a statewide level. I use the example of the sugary drink tax, which didn't pass here, but it passed in San Francisco, and it passed in Albany, and in Berkeley and other places. So I appreciate that you guys thought enough about our community and what this transportation hub, El Monte's been a transportation hub for a long time. When the covered wagons came, we literally had covered wagons here. We have a park here that has a covered wagon. When covered wagons came from Oklahoma, they didn't charge Uber fees, I'll be honest with you. You had to pay for the horse feed, I think. I say that to say this has been a transportation hub for a while, and I know that if we do something substantively in this area, that it will instigate a conversation that hopefully will not just be here in our city, not just here in the county, not just here in the state, but at a national level as well.
That's right.
And so I would just want to thank you all for being here today.
If I may,
yes.
I too want to say thank you to the Mobile Worker Alliance, all of you in your blue shirts. It's just a sea of blue, and it's beautiful to see you here today. One of the speakers, Mrs. Diaz, you are correct. This is a working class community, and we definitely feel for those that are, particularly in this case, driving and not necessarily having full control of how much to charge, because that's regulated. You do have to pay for gas, you do have to pay for the tires, you have to pay for the wear and tear of your vehicle. That's completely understood. I came across a story on CNN that was exactly mentioning that you're, as much as some may consider you as self-employed, you're not necessarily self-employed. It's the classification is incorrect in a sense that it's more of you're regulated in many ways, so you essentially you're not necessarily controlling all the elements of your business if you were your own business owner. So clearly understood, and we definitely, in my case, I definitely do see the need to push this conversation to a higher level. I think it's important that we do highlight the needs of this particular industry. As a Uber user, as a Lyft user, you're absolutely right. There are times when there's angels out there, particularly New Year's Day, 4th of July, and we're grateful that you're out there, and we're grateful that you're here, and that you've voiced your concern, and we're definitely listening to what you have to say. Thank you.
I agree with my colleague. I also want to thank the Mobile Workers Alliance for being here, patiently waiting to be here since early this afternoon. SEIU, you're great partners. Thank you for being there for the workers. Yes, we must change the classification. of the workers that we Uber and Lyft has. We all come from working class families, most of us. It is a working class city. We're here to protect the workers. Some of the laws that we have right now is basically that come from Washington is protect the rich and they get richer, the worker gets poor. But they already said most of the things that I was going to say also. But I just want to say something very short in Spanish for the people that might want to hear in Spanish. Venimos de gente trabajadora, obreros. Venimos de gente muy trabajadora, emigrantes, y que nos han enseñado que tenemos que proteger a nuestra gente, a nuestros trabajadores, desde los tiempos de Flores Magón, Fidel Velázquez, Congreso del Trabajo, César Chávez, Dolores Huerta. We have it in us.
Por muchos años.
And we gotta keep going, and we gotta keep doing that, because if not, it's gonna get worse. So, in my opinion, as a council person, I am for labor, I am for the workers, and I'm here with you, and so I will be voting yes on it.
Pues como ya escucharon tanto en inglés, les voy a hablar en español. No les quiero dar las gracias por estar aquí. Es muy importante que nuestras familias que trabajan en esta línea de trabajo, que agarren salarios que van a ser de beneficio a su familia para no tener que trabajar tantas horas como esta señora. Sabemos que tienen familias en casa y están trabajando de 12 a 16 horas en un día, no es aceptable. Entonces sí es muy importante, sí es importante de que ustedes agarren salarios razonables para que ustedes también puedan tener ese sueño americano que todos los inmigrantes vinieron a tener y poder proveer para su familia. Entonces, gracias por estar aquí y les apoyo 100%.
I'd like to make the following motion, that the city attorney, with the assistance of the city manager and economic development director, report back to the city council within 120 days with a draft ordinance to establish a $30 minimum hourly wage for all TNC drivers working in the city of El Monte that will increase annually at a rate consistent with the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers for the Los Angeles metropolitan area, which is published by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and that the formula used to calculate the $30 minimum wage for TNC drivers within the draft ordinance must include a base hourly wage of $15, factoring in period 1 and period 2 times, and at least $15 per hour to cover operating expenses and other benefits.
Yes.
Is there a second? Second. If we can get the vote tally up. All right. Members, please vote. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. If it's okay with staff, we're just going to take maybe a 10-minute break. That gives you an opportunity to leave the chambers if you want, or if you want to take some pictures, or whatever you want to do. At least it gives us a little bit of time so that we can continue with the show as well. If there's no objection,
$30 an hour. Yeah. I'm so excited. Oh my God, that's amazing. Wow. This is groundbreaking news. $30 an hour in El Monte.
El Monte.
Yes, I'll be with El Monte then down the road, guys.
El Monte's first.
I know you guys are brilliant. Congratulations. This is brilliant. Awesome news. $30 an hour in El Monte City in LA County. See, guys, now this is groundbreaking news. I'm so thrilled. Oh my God. I can't believe all this is happening right now. Where are we going? Are we going through there now? Oh, we'll go this way. All right.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
around.
Awesome news.
Gracias por ayudarnos.
Oh, hey, that's even better. If we take the picture from here, then it's better.
El Monte City has just passed a ruling that Uber and Lyft rideshare drivers are going to be getting $30 an hour. I'm going to get into because I'm an Uber driver as well. I support you guys. Yes, I'm in the middle here or something. Awesome.
Bye.
Oh, run.
¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede!
¡Sí se pudo! ¡Sí se pudo!
¡El monte número 1!
Queremos pastel.
Mr. Mayor for President! Yeah, why not?
Yes, thank you. This is amazing.
Don't forget we help move the economy as well, but we don't get to share!
Yes. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you to all the other drivers. I'm an Uber driver too. So thank you. I'll be moving to El Monte now. I live up the road. Thank you so much. This is amazing. Yes. Oh my God, guys. Can you believe that? It's been passed. Oh my God. Yes, guys. Well done. Congratulations. We all got it. Well, I'll be moving down the road to El Monte. This is awesome news. Groundbreaking news. Very good. Awesome, guys. I'm so happy. So happy for you guys in El Monte. Yes, I know. This is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Mucho gracias. Mucho gracias. Yes. Oh my God. So wonderful news. Congratulations. El Monte, $30 an hour. Oh my God. Right. You hear that, guys? Look at that. Look at that. Elmo, this is groundbreaking news you're witnessing right now for Uber and Lyft drivers in the world, probably. Congratulations, my friend. I know that congratulations, because I drive for Uber and Lyft too. I'm live streaming like now on YouTube, Uber Girl Paula on YouTube. You'll see the whole of it.
All right.
I know. Wait, I have to turn it around.
Turn it around, yeah, there you go.
There you go. I know. Groundbreaking news. You must be so happy too.
Yes, I am.
$30 an hour
Hey,
in El Monte
that's nice.
City in Los
I love
Angeles
that.
County. This is amazing, guys.
Thank you.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much. You be safe.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Awesome. Guys, my battery is about to die. And I'm tired now. All that excitement. I'm so excited. El Monte. Wow, look at the smiles on everybody. Look at the smiles. It's so nice to see everybody smiling. $30 an hour. They have to be paid for Uber and Lyft. LA County wins. You know, awesome, guys. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yes, awesome. Oh my God, that's brilliant. Brilliant. Congratulations to you, my friend. Oh my God. I am so happy. Oh, this is brilliant news, guys. Oh my God, I'm just like, I'm almost in tears for these my fellow drivers too, because I'm an Uber driver. Well, not in El Monte City. This is just amazing news. Hallelujah. I'm so happy for all these people. So happy, guys.
Thank you so much.
I know, give you big hugs. Yeah, oh, you go, there you go.
See ya.
Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So brilliant news. Oh my God. See, $30 an hour has been passed. Breaking news, guys. $30 an hour. El Monte County, LA County, El Monte City. Oh my God, this is brilliant news. Yes! I am smiling. Oh my God. So great. I'm jumping for joy. Look at everybody out here. Oh, my battery's about to die, people. Everybody, my friends. My wonderful friends. The sun's setting here. The moon's out. It's a beautiful night. Everybody's so thrilled. I'm so happy. This groundbreaking news about, you know, El Monte City in LA County. I'll turn my camera around. Oh, beautiful night. Great news!
Good.
Yes! We did it! $30 an hour! Woo! Yes! I know, and I was here for it. Oh my God, I'm so happy, guys. I'm off home now. Head off to my car. So guys, thank you so much for joining my stream tonight. And this is just brilliant news. Oh, I am shocked and so happy for the people of El Monte City. Congratulations to you all. I've met some wonderful Uber drivers tonight. Like, see, Uber, the welder, yes, the other signs, and I've got a t-shirt for somebody to give away. Oh my God. As I get my gimbal. So happy for you guys. Real happy. Awesome news, huh? Groundbreaking news, $30 an hour. Yes. I'm skipping for joy. Skipping for joy. I mean, how's this going to work now? This is crazy. Look at my beautiful car. Look at that. Guys, I love you all. Love you all. This is amazing. Tell all your friends this, please. My phone's about to die. Love you all, guys. Peace.